Alright, let's go over the basic rules of the class trial! During the trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for the whodunit. Vote correctly and the blackened will receive punishment. But if you choose the wrong person, I will punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Now let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Alright, I'm gonna make this easier for everyone. Whoever is the killer, say I. Do you really think the killer would respond to that? Hey, I'm the one who's trying to help you, so don't bite the hand that's trying to feed you. My apologies, but if you think that would truly work, we're all better off dead now, if this is how the trial will continue.
Alright, enough. We all have to take this trial seriously or we're all done for. We have to start talking about the investigation. And before we even get into that, has anyone noticed how it felt rushed?
Oh, I know what you mean. How it went so fast, right?
Yeah, I mean, I got the information out, but Monaji ended the investigation as soon as I went to talk to Tatsumi. I'm not saying that you're the killer, Tatsumi, but you never finished what you had to tell me.
I'm very glad that you remembered. Worry not, my dear. I will tell you everything I did after Kiwi's passing. Like I said, although I did have a motive and I saw someone who was dear to me, I shut myself out because I needed space. And don't you remember what I told you? I'd never kill anyone. It's just not in my character. Hey man, saying you wouldn't kill someone doesn't keep you out the hot seat. Any killer that kills somebody could say that they wouldn't. And plus, we don't know you very well. Now, hold on. Wait a minute. Talking to people who we find suspicious is pointless. Right now, we should be discussing her death. Discussing it can truly narrow down our suspects. Hey! That's for Astrid to decide. You can't just...
It's okay, Takumi. Runa is completely right. We all need to discuss her death so I can look into it much more.
Okay. My bad, Astrid. Alright. Kiwi died inside of the closet. Am I right? We shouldn't make any exceptions. But based on the state of her body, she died to the rope, right?
Oh, I doubt she died from that. She seemed to be beaten to death from the blood. That is incorrect! No, you guys are wrong. Although there was a bunch of blood around her body had no injuries at all. Someone splattered blood all over her to throw us off. She didn't die to blood loss. She died too. She died of suffocation. I know this because her eyes were bloodshot white.
If what you're saying is true, then couldn't it be a possibility that Kiwi took her own life?
No, if that were the case, I would have brought it up already. Kiwi was definitely murdered. And I know this because of what she told Ren. If Kiwi were planning to take her own life, she wouldn't have made that promise in the first place.
As happy as I am to hear that Kiwi didn't take her life, it leaves us out of suspects.
I also listened to Aspen. He is the ultimate detective after all. Thank you, Israel, but I feel as if I have a strong estimate on who the killer could be. I don't mean to butt in, but we do have a major suspect in this case. Since she made that promise to Ren, don't you think Ren could have killed her out of spite for not showing up?
What? Me? I would never kill Kiwi. She was my friend. She was really sweet. And now you're saying I killed her, Aspen? I would never.
I don't mean to call you stupid or anything, Ren, but Aspen, let's be honest here. The guy barely knows his ABCs and 1-2-3s. Do you really think he'd be smart enough to kill somebody?
Ah, that is right. I don't know my ABCs and 1-2-3s. I've been illiterate my whole life. Thanks, River. Oh, that does make sense. Stupid people can't commit murders. Well then, I guess it's good to know that you won't be killing anybody, Takumi. I know, right? Wait, is that supposed to be some type of joke? I'll get you for this!
I feel like we should start discussing something important. In this case, that I still don't know what we need to talk about. About her time of death. When has everyone last saw her?
I last saw Kiwi and Ren in the gym.
I can't remember when I last saw her. But I highly doubt she died in the gymnasium.
That's because she probably didn't pass that day. I know. She had to have died the next day.
That is incorrect! No, Kiwi undoubtedly died the day she gave me a makeover. I know this because Ren said the last time he was with her was when she went with him and he hadn't seen her further.
That is true, Astrid. But how do we know she hadn't went anywhere else that day? Sure, we know that she told you she was going to sleep, but did she actually go to sleep? For instance, she could have gotten up for milk. We don't know.
I'm glad you brought that up, Runa, because I was going to figure that out during the investigation. But unfortunately, the investigation felt extremely rushed. I wasn't even able to question everybody completely.
Hey, speaking of which, why was the investigation rushed? Weren't we supposed to collect information? Monaji, why did you rush the investigation? Judging on your rules, we were supposed to investigate for 2 hours, yet you only gave us 1.
Rushed? Well, geez. I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not allowed to interfere with anything you guys do unless...
Hey, unless what? Oh, I know. Unless somebody makes a deal with you, right? Is that why you stopped yourself? It seems like he fell in his own trap. He's absolutely speechless now with nothing to say.
So, that means somebody here made a deal with Monaji? But why?
There is no doubt that the killer spoke to Monoji to make a deal. The deal had to be to sabotage the investigation so we wouldn't find who the killer is. What is exactly what brings me to my theory from earlier. I'm sorry, but Ren is the only obvious culprit.
But I'm not the culprit. I would never kill anybody, and I'd especially would never kill my friend.
There's way too much evidence against you. You did have 2 motives seeing your sister again, and because Kiwi didn't want to play with you. I'm pretty sure Astrid knows the final one.
So, Ren really killed Kiwi? But I didn't. I promise. I would never kill Kiwi. I know how it looks. I get it. But please don't vote yet. Otherwise, we'll all die. And for Kiwi, I don't want you all to make the wrong answer. I know for a fact I didn't do it. Astrid, you have to give me a chance.
I know he can be annoying at times, but he is always super nice and friendly. I know we can't judge based off of personality, but let's hear him out.
This is getting very interesting. Just for the fun of it, I think we should discuss further. What do you say, Astrid?
But what is there even to discuss? We should all just vote now. We have enough evidence to know that it was him.
I don't know what to do or pick. Whatever Astrid decides, I'm going with it.
I'm not happy you would disagree, but I feel like we have to discuss this more.
Really, Astrid? But it's so obvious he's the culprit. I think it's best if we just vote now.
It's no good. At this point, it appears we are split down the middle.
Split, you say? It's split down the middle, no less. I think that makes perfect time for a split decision resolution. Let's do this!
We have too much evidence against Ren. We should vote now!
Just because we have evidence against him does not mean that we should vote. Talking about this is pointless. Ren had a motive. But how does it make him suspicious to that point?
Ren is still bleeding from his wound. He probably was covered in blood.
Ren obviously got angry because Kiwi didn't show up.
How do we know if he got angry if he was sad when she died? I refuse to discuss this further. I believe Ren is the culprit.
But if I'm not, voting me would be the wrong answer.
What do you believe Aspen?
But Astrid is saying we should discuss further and save our lives.
We need to vote. We know who did it already.
We don't know for sure if he did it. My apologies, Astrid. Maybe we should really discuss this case further. Thank you, Aspen, and thank you, everyone. We all need to talk about things more to see truly what could have happened. I need to talk about the people who all had motives.
From what I can remember, me, you, and Takumi were the only ones who saw a random white outline of somebody. The people who saw something were Runa, Tatsumi, Sonama, Aspen, Ren, Kusuma, and Israel. Actually, I didn't see my motive. What? But you were in the room with us when we saw the motives, weren't you? Well, I was there for his little speech in the beginning, but left because I wasn't interested in seeing the motive. If that's the case, why didn't you tell anybody? I didn't think it was important at the time. Besides, nobody asked me anything during the investigation.
I hate to disrupt, but I feel as if we should figure out exactly where she died. For example, we don't even know if she was killed in a closet. Where exactly did she die?
I feel like we can figure that out as we discuss the events that took place that day. Discussing the events could definitely help with the case, since there was no murder weapon.
But we already know without a doubt she died either the day of the motives or the day after. Did anything important happen the day after the motives?
Yes, something did happen the day she died. It was... the basketball kids. It's how Ren got his injury.
I'm sorry, but basketball kids?
Yeah, the basketball kids were Ren, River, and Kusuma. Ren got hurt by River and Kusuma got hurt during the fight, which is why I think that Ren is the culprit. He's still bleeding and...
I don't mean to cut you off, Astrid, but there's something I can't wrap my head around.
You didn't cut me off, Takumi. You can say whatever you need.
Thanks, but I just wanted to know something. Tansuni, when you treated both Ren's and Kusuno's wounds, weren't they both bleeding, or was it just Ren?
Well, Ren had excessive bleeding due to fighting with River, and Kusuma had burn marks on his hand, which is normal during a fight, especially if they were playing basketball.
Burns. Astrid, I think you know where I'm getting at, right?
They both got hurt in the fight. So many injuries.
Getting hurt is normal when playing sports.
Yeah, it's easy to get hurt with college basketball.
How so? The basketballs were soft.
There's no such thing as soft basketball, you idiot.
Actually, in the academy, there is. Me and Astrid played together, and she didn't get injured.
I agree. The basketballs were really soft. Me and Takumi were playing together at night. He wanted to meet up with me for a match.
Ooh, I didn't know you played basketball, Astrid. You should have asked us to join.
Yeah, Astrid. We didn't know you played basketball with Takumi. But don't you think that would make you too suspicious considering that? It wouldn't make them suspicious since Kiwi died the day before.
Which is why I asked you before. The basketballs were soft, but to ensure safety when playing in the academy.
Yet your hands were burned. So explain that. You can get your hands burned when breaking up a fight. So what gives? Really? You guys are so desperate in finding a culprit that you blame me? My hands did get burned because of the basketball. I'm not that good at playing, so... Then how so if the basketballs were soft to the touch then? If that were the case, River would have had burns on his hands too. Blaming me is very unnecessary. Ren is still a major suspect, yet you blame me. And I didn't even see my motive. Why in the hell would I kill Kiwi?
I'm back on the case and knowing what we know. Kiwi did die of suffocation, which is correct. No injuries whatsoever, but there was a murder weapon used, and Kiwi died to rope suffocation. When using a rope, pulling to apply pressure burns your hands. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
Me? The killer? Don't make me laugh, Astrid. Truly, it is funny to see you accusing me, but your story is not adding up. How is her story not adding up? She's hitting you with literal facts.
If you think about it, this would have been the perfect murder plan, killing Kiwi and covering her in blood.
You knew Ren didn't know how to play basketball, so you made him play with her, and he got heavily injured in the process, making him look like the culprit. Are you kidding me? Ren had a motive. I did not, so stop making it seem like...
No, you set him up. If I remember correctly, you told me. Do you have that wound ever since you killed Kiwi? You've got it covered by Tansuni. By saying you got injured during the fight.
Hey, that means we found our culprit. Astrid is so smart. Kusuma? Why are you laughing? Because this dumb bitch and her boyfriend have no idea what they're talking about. Why the hell would I kill without a motive? Are you guys stupid or something? Dumb in the head? No. We've come too far to have second guesses, Astrid. Don't back down. Use your head. What is the major piece of evidence that makes him the culprit?
You leaving her in time. She died. That's not a coincidence. You have to kill somebody, and it was her. You confessed it yourself after all.
You should have kept your mouth shut, bucko, because thanks to your confession, we know Ren can't be the culprit. Ren was with us through and through the entire time, and you left in the middle of it. Okay, blame me all you want, but I am not the culprit. Because of you guys, I won't be able to see her. I won't allow you to do this to me. For her, I must fight to the very end, so I'll be able to see her again. I'm not the fucking culprit!
Why do you insist on trying to ruin everything for me? I won't be able to see her because of you. And you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, everything, all of this, it makes no sense. And it's not like I could have done this murder anyway.
Can I explain how you couldn't have done it?
Because I just couldn't, okay? You shouldn't even question me. I was next to you from the start, and here you are, constantly accusing me. There's no evidence against me because I left early and didn't see my motive.
You obviously saw your motive. You keep bringing up a her, yet we don't know who that her is. You saw a loved one in your motive, and you're freaking out because if we vote you won't be able to see her again.
Not to mention, you're the one who made a deal with Monaji to rush the investigation so we wouldn't find evidence against you.
You don't have to admit it now, but it all adds up. Based on your reaction, you're not ready to admit it, but don't worry. I will close this case and make you confess. of the case, and that makes you our culprit. Do you have anything to say for yourself, or should we all get to voting?
It seems as though you guys are all finished. Let's get this out of the way. It's voting time! Very special punishment. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Remember, Astrid, make sure to end this killing game, okay?
Wow.